first thing that you want to do is make sure you are signed into the Google account or Drive account that you want these editable templates to go into, because whatever account you're signed into at the moment, when you click and do this, that's where these printables are going to go to and where you'll be able to find them and access them in the future. So once you're sure you're in the right account that you want to be in, then you'll just double click on the set of templates that you want to use, and you will be prompted to make a copy. And this is just so that we're all editing our own separate secret picture tiles and not the same one. So once you click on that, it will make a completely brand new copy for you, and the first thing you'll want to do most likely is rename it up here. So you just click inside this text box right here, and I'm going to get rid of copy of, and then whatever the skill's about, you might want to just add that. So just make sure that you rename it so you can easily find it in your Drive later on. I'll press enter, and now it is renamed. So then here you have this set of templates, and at the end you'll see there's a recording sheet. It's just one that depending on what type of skills are presented in the worksheets you're making, this may be something that you want to supply to your students so that they have space, especially for math, if they need to work out the problem. So now you're ready to edit the actual printable. The first thing, I have red and yellow. Just know that red and yellow things are things you need to pay attention to edit and to get rid of. So right here in red is where you will put the instructions that you'll want for this printable, and that will depend obviously on what the content is about, and also just explaining how to do this printable. Okay, so here I cut the answer tiles, glue the correct capital onto the correct state, color. So everything on this page can be modified, and most importantly, you want to change this text to black. So I just highlighted it. I'm clicking on the text color button right here, changing that to black. If it's a little small, hard to see, you click right here, increase this font size number. And if you're interested in having a different font, then this is where you would do that, and you could go to more fonts and find one you may like better. I just went with Century Gothic. It's pretty user-friendly for the classroom. So once you have the instructions for this page and you've changed the color from red to black, this may be the same instructions you want for all of your printables. If so, to save time, just click on the blue line around the text box, and then you're going to double click or right click and click copy, and then just go through all of the remaining printables. Click on the text box and then click on the blue line. That just kind of helps you get rid of the complete text box. Then I'm just going to tap delete. Then I'm going to click right here where that text box was, double click or right click, click paste, and now the new instructions are added, and that way I don't have to retype on every page. And I'm going to go through all of the printables and do that same thing. Okay, I have finished with the instructions. Now I am ready to edit the answer and question tiles. So you'll just click here on the question tiles, and that's where you'll add your question. For example, if I'm going to do this on US capitals, I'll go ahead and add my question. And just a reminder that you can use these tiny blue squares to help you if you want to kind of get things more in the center, or also if you need to make the text smaller or bigger depending on what type of question. If it's just a simple math problem and you need it to be bigger, that you can always increase font size here, bold it, whatever, just to make these text boxes work for however you're doing your questions. So once you have the question in the first box, I have these yellow numbers here to help you know where the questions and answers should go, the corresponding questions and the answers. So for number 1, I need to put the answer over here in the number 1 box right here in order for it to work out when students cut and paste and create the secret picture. So here I'll just double click in this box and I will add the answer. As you can see, Montgomery is very big for this text box, so what I can do is just click on it, and this right center blue square is the one that will allow me just to extend my text box so that it will fit in there better. I can click on the blue lines right here, use my cursor and kind of move it over so it's a little better centered. And if your answers are going to be more than one word, which may be a little difficult with the secret picture tile format, and you need to make it smaller, just double click on the whole text and you can do that. But obviously don't want to go too small or students will not be able to see. So I'm going to go through each text box, each question tile, insert a question, and then I'll find the corresponding number to put the answer. And here, to save myself time, I'm just going to double click on the complete text since it's a repetitive question, and then I'm going to right click and copy. Just going to go through all of the question tiles and paste that same question, and then I'll go into each one and of course change the state name, but that will help me save time. Finished all of my question tile and answer tiles for this printable. We want to get rid of all the little yellow numbers. So instead of having to go through and delete each one, I have them grouped together. They're kind of all connected. But the issue is that when you click on it, it's going to just kind of select the number that you clicked on, and we really need to click on the whole group in order to delete it all at once. Usually you want to just click on it and then you can click on the blue line and you're able to select the whole group, but there's a lot of other items on this page and it makes that difficult. So this is the one tricky part, if you want to do this really quick, is to just click on any of the yellow numbers, hold down Shift on a Mac, on a PC it may be Command or Control, and then click on something else. So I'm just going to click right here on this instructions text box. Now I've got both of them selected, and it's now got my whole group selected, which is great, but I don't want the instructions selected too. So I just click again, and now you'll notice the difference. All of the yellow numbers are now selected. I just take my finger on the keyboard over to the delete button, and all of the numbers have been deleted at the same time. So hopefully that made sense for you so that you can do that in one step instead of individually deleting all of those yellow numbers. But now this worksheet is ready to go. We just need to print it so that you can make copies for your students. To do that, here in Drive, you'll go to File, Print, and you can directly print. But perhaps you want to save this as a PDF file where the formatting is cleaner, maybe so it's a file that you can share or whatever. To save this as a PDF first and then print, you'll once again want to be in File right here, Download As, and download as a PDF document, and that will save it as a PDF. Let's say that you only want this one worksheet and you don't want all of the other slides that are in this document. Don't worry or fear about deleting them, because you can always make a new copy and do this, edit this resource, the full resource again. But let's say just for now you just wanted that one worksheet, then you can go through and delete. You just click here on the left side, click on the slide you don't want, and just press the delete button, and it will delete all of the slides that you don't want. Just have them selected, go through and delete, and then once you go to File, Download As, and Save as a PDF, you'll just have these 2 items, and you will be ready to print it out and go to the copy machine.